go. Here we go.
This me. This your boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, coming at you once more again. And look here, I got what I call my stunners because I got a star on the show, and it's right up in here, so I had to put my stunners. I had to put my
your star glasses on.
Got my stunners on. Look at here. Look at here. It is an honor. It is a privilege. It is a pleasure of the country boy and my worthless 2 cents tabletop. And also my Route 44 Sonic.
Your Route 44. I love it.
$1.89. Y'all don't get you one happy hour. Look here. Old country boy has the honor and the privilege of having a trailblazer. She is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful woman. She is a entrepreneur. She's a educator. She's strong. She's got endurance. She's got style. She got class. And she finna bring it to the table tonight. So, without further ado, that's my new word. Without further ado, I do. Without further ado, the Louisiana Country Boy gonna sit back with his Route 44. And as I always say, sit back, relax, put on your headgear. Chat with Trina, chat with Trina, chat with Trina, chat with Trina. Girl, do your thing, Miss Trina.
Well, hello, Louisiana Country Boy, Mr. Donnie.
How you doing?
I'm good. I hope I look okay because I had to rush and do some stuff and make myself look presentable for the my worthless 2 cents show tonight.
Yeah, you the best looking thing on the screen.
Thank you. First, I want to say thank you and how honored and how I'm really honored that you asked me. I really am. You wouldn't believe there's so many people that have things I've never asked. So it was I was just really grateful and honored that you asked. I'm also it makes me feel so good to know that you watch my show and that you say that I'm one of the reasons that you decided to step out, which is why I tell people, people say a lot of bad things about social media, but there are some great things on social media, depending what you're doing. People watch what you're doing. They, and sometimes you're setting an example. Sometimes you're being an inspiration. Sometimes you're being motivating for someone else that wants to do what you do. So before I go all into my little talk, let me just say that. So thank you. I love your energy. I love your energy. So I've been trying to decide since you had said this was going to be whatever I want to talk about. I said, what am I going to talk? Wait a minute. Let me first show y'all this. See this shirt right here? This is my new logo because wait a minute. What we doing over here? Let me go over here. There we go.
Hey.
That with Trina and So You Want to Dance. We all together now. I'm going to put it all together because I do both.
All right.
So it's going to, you're going to be I'm going to mention some things on the show tonight that no one knows that I will be introducing on your show. But I've been thinking about what I wanted to talk about tonight. And I got a new job. I received a new job with a nice promotion, something I've wanted to do for a long time. And so it's going to be a little bit off the cuff of regular So You Want to Dance, regular chat with Trina. It's going to be a testimony, if that's okay with you. A testimony I've been telling people that I was going to tell for a long time. It's not going to be the whole long story. It's going to be a piece of the story. But I thought I'd share it on your show because I hope that it will help someone else. Yes. So I'm going to get right to it. And you need to be out there. You got to be in my amen corner. You got to be in the amen corner.
Oh, you got the right one here now.
Okay, so guys, one thing I just want to say, it sounds cliche to say that don't let anybody ever tell you what you can't do. Because it's a lie. You can do anything that you put your head to. My journey with what I'm doing now, why I'm so excited about the position. I was scared to put out there because I don't want people to think I'm bragging about it or like I ain't never had nothing, or not used to something. But people watch what you do, good or bad. Also, oftentimes all you hear is the bad stuff. But I've been lucky enough to hear some of the good things that people have saw of me on Facebook and social media. So social media is not the devil. Social media is not the bad guy. It's the people who are on, some of the people who are on social media posting the bad stuff. Social media has allowed me to remember birthdays, which I could never remember. Social media has been somewhere where I post the great things that are happening to my children. I'm getting to be a proud mom and brag about it. But most of all, I've had so many people contact me, inbox me to say, I just want to tell you that you inspired me to do this or that. There's a young lady I was a few years ago. She I don't know why I called her, but I didn't really even know her. And we got to talking and chit chatting, and she was telling me that it was her 40th birthday, and she had gotten a divorce. Like Jess had gotten a divorce, so she had no one to do anything with her birth for her on her birthday. She was just lonely, depressed, and then she was going to school. So anyway, I was like, "Oh my God, you have nothing to do with your birthday." I tell you what, I'm gonna take you to lunch. And again, I didn't really know her like that. I've seen her out, but I never. But I was like, "You cannot not have a birthday celebration." So I took her. But before we ended the call, she said to me, I'm in school and I want to let you know you're the reason why I went back to school. I said, what you mean? She said, because I thought I have a kid, I had a husband, I had a life. I thought I couldn't go to school, back to school and finish college because I had so many things going on. She said, watching you have a social life, you were raising your kids, you were at the time I was married, and it told me that I could do it. And I'm gonna tell you, she graduated from the University of Houston.
Wow.
And I'm very proud of this young lady. But what it did for me was say, my goodness, though that's what makes me feel good about me, the things that I do. Posting on social media. So when people say, oh, you on social media so much. Oh, social media. Oh, and some social media can be a very good thing if you use it for the right reasons. Get it?
It's true. It is so
So
true.
that's on that note. But I got a job as the assistant director for a awesome program at the University of Houston. I'm very excited about it. I'm excited about the job in general, and anytime I can help people, students, anybody, that's what I love to do. And that is just my passion. And so I'm so blessed, and it's just a great feeling to be able to do this in a leadership capacity that I've always wanted. It's why I went and got my master's degree so that I could lead a team. But it didn't start out that way. I started out going to college on and off, on and off, on and off, HCC, Lone Star, all these different places. And finally, I found a college that fit me and what I do. It's called Springfield College. Springfield College is in Massachusetts. I can never say the word, y'all. Massachusetts. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Don't be making fun of me. I'm from Texas, so I'm Texan. So, let me just so I when I first decided to go to this college, we had an assistant president. He was a vice president at the college I was working at. And I just mentioned to him about me going, and he told me, well, if you go there, if you never want to be nothing, if you never want another job, if you don't ever want to leave, you want to just stay right here where you at, go to that college. Wow. And it hurt my feelings, and I thought maybe I shouldn't go, but I went anyway. I went, and the college was so it was a lot of writing papers, a lot, master's degree. Well, this was your undergrad, and I had to write papers too. But I worked my butt off. I'd go there on Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. all day. Worked my butt off and earned my bachelor's degree. And then also, when I was working at this college, all I ever heard was, you need a degree. You got to have a degree. You got to have a degree. We can't elevate you if you don't get a degree. We can't elevate you. Went and spent all that money, got that undergrad, went right back. When I found out I could get my master's quick too, right. I went back and got my master's degree, did all of that. And that college didn't promote me. They didn't. And I did a lot of things at this particular college. They didn't promote me. They wouldn't do anything. I did great things there. I did awesome things. I gave a big festival in Acres Home. No one probably even knows I did that, but I gave a festival that started out with 500 people in the community and it ended up going up to 1,500 people.
Wow.
Yeah, this is leading somewhere. So I did all those things. And again, I'm not a bragger, but I'm saying this to say that the things that I did, I felt like it was all for nothing. I'm still sitting in a spot, not making good money, not being to the master to get my master's so I could leave. And that college just never. And then they opened up a new college. And they pretty much told me that I was guaranteed to get me a job there. a good college in the in the area of Acres Homes and Greenspoint where I grew up at. Those are my people for you know. And I wanted to be there because I knew that I could help. My children went to school in Aldine School District. I went to school. I knew that that's where I was supposed to be, but it's where I thought I was supposed to be. That's not where God wanted me to be.
Come on now.
So He didn't give me that, right? And I was hurt, feelings hurt, and so I in this time I was working at one of the campuses, and I did get a job as an advisor for a brand new grant. And this is where the testimony comes. It was a woman of color, black woman, who I admired. I thought she was great. She got her degree. Got a doctorate. Oh, this is gonna be cool. That woman was so mean to me. So I was going to work every morning, sitting in my car crying before going in.
Wow.
Every morning. I would go and Hurricane Harvey had came. So we had moved into this little conference room instead of my office because the office had got all wet up. And I would see her coming from the window and the fear in my body would just tense up.
Wow.
But at that time, I thought, I've got to have my job. What am I going to do without a job? What am I going to do with a job? Got to have a job. Got to make a living. So I went to someone who was over her and didn't say anything bad. All I said was, me and her, we're not getting along. Can you help me figure out a way that me and her can just get along to be able to work together? Because I need my job. Fell on deaf ears. I sent an email to the person over her and the person over her. Hey, all I want is for us to get along so I can do my job and serve the students at the college. Nobody helped me. Not one person. She continued to be mean to me. She told me one day that the reason I was having so much bad luck is because I need to go to church. She, I could, you know how you run late for work?
Right.
And, you run into traffic, whatever, you call your boss and be like, hey, I'm running late. She told me I couldn't do that. I had to literally email her. I couldn't text her, couldn't call. I had to email her. Now, mine didn't. Think about it. You're driving.
I need a text. I need an email. You need to email me while you're in traffic to tell me.
Well, this particular day, I said, well, let me go ahead and text her. Surely she'll understand because there's traffic and I can't get into my phone to be trying. You ain't supposed to be on the phone, girl. We ain't supposed to be on this phone while we driving. So I texted her. Do you know she wrote me up?
Wow.
HR allowed her to write me up for texting her to say, hey, there's traffic. I'm running late.
Wow.
So she just started writing me up for like anything because I didn't have anything in my file. So at the end of the day, I had to go out on a mental leave. Like I was losing my mind. Like I needed to go out because I was stressed, having panic attacks on a daily basis. Again, crying like crazy. Like what's happening? My bosses usually like me. Do you know that when I came back from leave, the HR person was there? Oh, wait, let me back up a little bit. There's a police officer told me one day, he says, I don't know what you do, but every time the students walk in that office with you, they walk in mad and they come out happy. I said, that's what I do. That's what I do. Anyway, do you know when I came back from medical leave, she was there with HR and everything was quiet. I felt like something was going on, but I didn't know. And HR looked at me and said, it looks like it's not going to work between the two of you. Y'all aren't getting along. So we're going to let you go.
Wow.
Then you go. Now, I haven't. So you chose me. Why me? Why not her? Or why not both? So then she said, you've been here so long. We don't want you to lose your whatever. So you can resign if you want to. But you know what resigning would do, right? You get no unemployment.
Right.
But you know what I did? I resigned and knew I wasn't going to have any income. And so when I walked out of the building, Donnie, bricks fell off my shoulders immediately. I thought before this day, I thought, how do I have a job? Like you got to have a job. You got to do whatever if you have the kids' butt, you got to keep your job. But that was the day that I learned that my faith was in the wrong place.
There you go. Yeah.
My faith was in a job. And I'm not saying y'all don't go out there quitting your job. Don't go quit your job. Don't say it. Miss Trina said quit your job. I'm not saying that. But don't allow a job to be who you worship.
Mm. Yes.
Do not do that. And I will tell you, I only went 3 months without working, without any pay. But do you know what? I went, every bill was paid, car note, rent. Nothing went without being paid. Everything
Wow.
was paid. You know what I mean? Um, and that's the lesson that I learned from that. And um, it was sad to me though that a black woman took my livelihood away from me.
Right.
But on a good note, God was teaching me that a job is not who I'm supposed to be worshiping and praying to.
I'm a, oh,
Mhm.
look, you know I gotta open my big mouth. You done
You
got me
gotta
over
open your
here.
mouth.
Look,
I know
look,
I'm enough.
you know, I'm gonna tell you a word that popped out. You know what it was?
Was that?
Perseverance. Perseverance. And then that's the other thing that I tell a lot of people. There's a word there's a question that he always asks.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we miss it. The question is, do you trust me?
There you go. Exactly.
All he asking you when the storm started to come and everything looked like it's falling apart, he just sitting over there saying,
Mm-hmm.
"Do you trust me?"
Not even, you know what else he say? He be
What is
like,
that?
okay, well, I'm gonna say you gonna handle it. I'm gonna let you handle it. You go on over there, you just handle it over there. I'm gonna wait till you realize that I'm over here and I can take care of you. But since you
Yeah,
think you got it, I'm gonna let you go and have it. When you
yes,
figure out, when you let it go, I got you.
yes, yes,
And that's what I learned.
yes.
Within those 3 months, Donnie, I had another job, and it was technically a leadership role. And you know, sometimes you go through the storm and you think, okay, I got through the storm, so I'm good now, right? Got there. It was another crazy woman. She wasn't black though. But anyway, with this one, it was a grant funded, so it ended. This time I was laid off for 6 months. Now, mind you, I've never not had a job in my entire life.
Right.
Same, but this time I knew. This time when they said you're gonna be late, but I was laid off with I got unemployment this time, but I wasn't scared because I
Right.
knew I went them 6 months. Now you know when I got close to 6 months, I'm like, oh, what we doing? You am I
Cut
supposed to
the
be hearing
lights
something
off.
else? So am I not
Come
hearing
on,
what you
Trina.
saying? Then and I'm gonna tell you, I went those 6 months, and you know the pandemic came. I started work on March the 2nd, 2020. That was 2 weeks prior to us going out for COVID. Started
Wow.
my job on March 2nd, right? March 3rd, I called in my last claim for unemployment. So I thought, well, my unemployment had already ran out.
Mm.
I had a job. The next week, we got sent home for COVID, and I had a job.
Hmm.
Had it been 2 more weeks, I wouldn't have had a job. But guess who had me?
Yeah. All the time.
But because I knew by then, I
Yeah.
knew that I just needed to have faith and he was going to take care of me. So
Yeah.
people see me out and about having a good time, Donnie, but they don't be knowing my story. They don't be knowing.
Mm.
I got several stories that y'all gonna read about because it's gonna come out in a book real soon one day. I got a couple of things, y'all. But anyway, so on a serious note, you know, a lot of people don't get to see the serious side of me a lot, because I don't like that show that much. But I really, it's a story I wanted to share. And of course, there's a lot more to it, but that's just the basic part because I want people to understand. Yes, you need a job. You do. And again, I'm laughing, but I'm for real. Don't go tell nobody Miss Trina told you to quit your job because you don't like your boss.
She
Because
told me to
you need to do
quit.
the right thing. You need to follow policies and procedures. You need
Right.
to do those things. However, you can't let someone treat you so bad to where your mental health is being disturbed. You
Right.
need to do
Right.
something about it. Document just like they other people. You've got to document. Something I wanted to say was it's probably ugly and unprofessional, but I thought to myself when I got this job was like, and then I've had other jobs in between, but this is the first I had given up on getting some type of leadership role. I had given up. I was like, I'm gonna just go get this graduate certificate and just start teaching till I retire because I ain't gonna get no leadership role. And I just kind of let it go. And look what happened. When I let it go, forgot about it, quit trying to fix it myself, again,
Yes.
He showed up. I be like, I see you, God. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I see you.
Yeah.
But anyway, so when you have a vision, a dream, or something that you want, don't give up because people don't see the vision that you have, or they're hating. And for y'all
Right.
out there that say people ain't hating on you, you need to what? Yeah, people be hating. It just
Yes.
is what it is. People be not saying it right, but people do hate on people who are successful or are go getters, or as you said, persistent, have
Yes.
tenacity, and you can't stop me from what I'm doing. People don't like those kind of people.
It's true. It's true. And you have to feed off that. And I don't mean in a negative way. But
Hmm.
you're right. Yeah, and I've learned that you got two kind of people. Those that are trying to pull you up and those trying to pull you down. And discernment's gonna tell you which is which. And it's up to you. It's up to you. Again, everything is a choice.
Everything is a choice. And if you don't have, I don't preach to anybody to tell them to do what I do or to go to church, but I do say pray. I
Yes.
do tell people to pray. When I was going through this interview process, I have a prayer book, and I write in my prayer book. And not only did I write in my prayer book that I get this job, but I also said, but if it's not for me, don't give it to me.
Right. Right.
If it's for me, if it's the right fit for me, if the boss is going to be good to me, when I say good to me, be nice to me and let me flourish, then give it to me. But if it's not meant for me to have this job, I'm okay.
Right.
Only give it to me if it's meant to be. And I got it. I'm scared, but I'm here, baby. And I went through a whole hell of a lot, but I'm here, and he got me. And yeah, and I'm happy, and it's so. I want to have always wanted to share that story again. There's much more to it, things in between, but I gave you the short, abbreviated version because we'll have all day. But now I could talk all day because this is chat with Trina.
It's chat with Trina. That's
but
right.
but yeah, I definitely wanted to make sure that I put that out there, that your mental health. This is Mental Health Awareness Month, and your
Yes.
mental health is more important. And you are so important, everybody. Donnie, you are important. What you do, making people laugh. I popped on your show yesterday. I don't know what I was doing the day for, and all of a sudden you had your drinking your Route 44. All I could do was bust out laughing. Bust out
you know,
laughing. And so you give that, and I hope I do the same for you. I hope I give you some
yes.
energy and make you laugh or whatever, because we have serious topics, but I always try to make a little fun into it. But at the end of the day, I feel so blessed. And I don't, sometimes I'll make an excuse. Sometimes I'll be like, well, I'm not holier than thou, but, or y'all ain't trying to be holier than thou, but I believe. I
You go.
believe, and I have there's this thing in my body that feels so good. I was doing virtual church or not doing virtual church, but now I've been going into the church now for about 3 weeks. And I think he must feel me coming in there because every word he just said been on walking down my street. Yesterday I was like, yes, yes. Oh,
you know,
Pastor Mason. And he
it's
said
this
something
thing.
yesterday.
It's
I
this
posted
thing,
it.
Miss Trina. It's
Huh?
this thing. It's this thing. It's called. It's not faith talk, and a lot of people do it so much. It's called faith talk. Oh, I'm sorry. What I started in 2022 is I can't hear nothing, but I can see everything. So I don't want to hear your faith talk,
Yeah.
but can I see your faith walk?
Can I see your faith walk?
And I tell people you can't if you want to holler about a testimony, prior to that testimony, you got to be tested. Don't come up here talking about you want a testimony, but you don't want the test. You might as well sit on over there somewhere.
Okay.
Go on, go on, because you ain't gonna get it. You ain't gonna get it. And that thing again, it's perseverance. It's pressing through. It's when you don't think you're gonna make it. When you think the world is coming down on you, you keep on. You keep on.
Yeah.
Because it's that thing that's inside of you say, I can't quit.
I can't quit. Yeah, even with chat with Trina, someone said he's a friend of mine. I don't think he meant harm to me, but he said it, and words mean a lot. And he said, "Oh yeah, we used to do talk shows, but talk shows are whack. Are they? It didn't hurt my feelings, but I was like, you know what? Your talk show was whack. To myself. Now I didn't say that out loud, but in my mind, your talk show was whack. Mine was mine. Because as long as I'm the star of the show, it ain't
There you go. There you go. That part.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And as long as anything that I do, I've learned that and not everything I do, I pray over it, but I have to come back. Even there's an event that I wanted to give, and I learned that I used to just do stuff, right? I just go, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I just go do it. But I've also learned that I got to pray on that too. I got to ask, hey, is this the right direction I need to be going? Should I really be giving this event? You know, I've learned that. I mean, I'm learning a lot, and there I go, fist to say I'm not holier than thou, and I don't know why. And that's probably a journey that I have to take to not keep making that excuse of being able to say that or even saying I don't want people to think that I'm kind of what you said, being a fake person is just talking Jesus, Jesus, Lord, Lord. What I'm speaking is the truth and what I've learned, and anyone who knows me would probably know they would know that I'm genuine about what I'm saying. And I've just learned that at this age now that you really have to pray for what you want. You have to pray and ask. Yes. And listen. I didn't understand when they would say, listen to the voice of God, or God is talking to you, or I didn't understand. And there's a lady, her name is Cecilia Smith. They call her Seal the Writer. And then I can't never remember my friend's name. Valerie. And I'm gonna say her name before I can't do that, but before the show, I gotta say her name. But anyway, they're authors and educators. But they started a book club, and one of the book was called The Discernment of God, listening for the voice of God or something. But we did that Bible study. We didn't finish it, but listening to it, I kept saying, now how y'all be hearing him talk? I don't hear the man talk. I don't hear him. And then, you know what I mean? That's how I felt. And I would laugh about I don't know. Well, who? Y'all sure he talking to y'all? Because I am not hearing him. He ain't saying nothing to me. Why he talking to y'all? He ain't talking to me. But through that Bible study, and they have a prayer thing. I haven't been in a while, but I learned, and especially with this job, before I got the job, I heard it. I heard and I listened of what I needed to do. It was a festival I was trying to give that I'm gonna give, but I heard that it's not time yet. Right. It's not time yet, because if you have to go beg, borrow, and plead from people to do it, yes, it ain't time. Because when it's time for you to do it, I'm gonna give it to you on a silver platter. It's gonna be easy and simple. But saying that, it's a like you said, you've got to go through the test to get to the testimony.
Yes, and it's so true. And I don't know how it was for you and with your chat with Trina, but I was scared. I was scared to get out here and and to think I don't know if anybody will watch. And now I don't care if nobody watch. Guess what? Because I'm gonna be up on this thing doing what I do.
That's what I'm talking about.
Me and my Rock 44.
You and your Rock 44.
We gonna be up on here doing our thing.
Yes.
But for me, it's my worthless 2 cents. And I had to understand and go back to the foundation. I don't need your approval. Mm-hmm. I don't need it. When we stop doing things for people's approval and for what people want, because the same ones that pick you up will be the same ones that poke a hole in that balloon and watch it fall. Same one. But when you're doing it and you're doing it for him, and that's why I do. That's why I do it, and that's why I come here. I do it for him. I do it for his glory. Because guess what? If you try to do here on earth, they're gonna give you what they want here on earth.
Yep.
And they're going to give you what they want.
What they want. And they're going to keep you in a box of this is all you can do.
That's all you can do. Mm-hmm. That's all you can do.
But the devil is a lie.
Tell him again. Tell him again.
The devil is a flat out lie.
Indeed he is.
You can't tell me what I can't do or what I can do.
That's it. And you walking it. You're walking it. To everything that you went through. And a lot of people, and it takes a long time. It took me a long time to understand. Everything was preparing you for the next thing. Yeah. And everything. This over here, you had to. Because it was getting you ready. Because if you'd have jumped from 1st to 5th, you'd have missed everything in the middle.
Definitely.
Everything.
And being my personality, I'm a very friendly, outgoing. I like to talk. I always believe that even if just because you're at work doesn't mean you can't talk.
Right.
I can multitask. I can have fun and laugh and talk and get my work done because
Right.
it'll make it more fun. But I was saying that to say that I've had to learn that everybody's not like me. Some people when they come to work, they want to just go in their office and be by themselves. Well, I used to always say, "Oh, maybe they don't like me. Oh, they probably don't like me. Oh, I must be too much." And I'm usually very apologetic about my personality to people. I'm like, "I'm so sorry. I know I'm over the top, or I know I'm too much." Boo. Just because you want to be miserable and over there looking crazy, that don't mean I got to be over here sad. But I'm saying, I'm joking, but I'm saying that to say, I'm without saying too much, that where I'm at now, I'm glad that I prepared, because now I know, because someone goes in their office and closes the door, that don't have anything to do with me. They're writing a report. They're doing something that's important. They need the door closed. It's not saying, "Oh, Trina talk too much," or "I don't want to be around." Thank God I've learned that in these other jobs, to know. Also, I've had that evil boss, so I know the difference in someone that's just quiet, introverted versus a mean girl.
Right.
You know.
And that's,
So.
and I've never, as of yet,
Mm-hmm.
that I can remember, had the mean boss. I don't know. They might have been mean, but I probably was too wild for
You
them.
probably didn't care.
Oh Lord, let's just change because he just. We can't put him in the box. No.
Can't put him in the box.
If you do, I'm gonna be cranking the handle. Here I come, here I come, here I come, here I come. But I tell people to be yourself, be the genuine you. Be who. And it took me a while to just embrace me.
Mm-hmm.
That thing, the words I heard, I ain't for everybody, and that's okay. That's okay.
I ain't for.
That's
Tanisha
fine.
Shields, if you all here, that's my sister. We need to put that on my shirt. I ain't for everybody.
It's the truth.
Me and Dottie, we ain't for everybody.
And those that can handle it, can handle it. Those that can't,
keep it moving.
keep moving. Keep moving. Because look, this train gonna keep on.
And that's so true. And you will, to let people, you're giving people what they want when you stop doing it because of what they're doing. That's what they want you to do. They want you to stop and just not do nothing, so they can say that you failed.
Right. Or you wasn't real. You wasn't real. They were faking it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I have, just personally, this is chat with Trina. I'm sorry, I'm running my mouth. But what I have learned is to, again, I trust God. I trust Him in who I am and in becoming who I am, and steady walking into this and everything. And yes, again, you're gonna have this thing over here, but I am not going to allow the world to pull me this way to be this way.
Yeah.
I got to stay on this path.
Yeah.
I got to stay, because this is the best path I've ever been on in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, woo! I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Look, and that thing. There's another word that I love to death.
What's that?
It's called peace.
Whoo, child. Whoo. It's funny you said that great minds think alike, because I was just going to say that. You know what go with that word too? Boundaries.
Yes.
That is something approximately 2 years ago. I made a agreement, I'll say, with myself, that I was going to try my best I was going to lead for peace. I was going to move some people out of my way. Oh, wait, let me make you real happy before I say that. Do you know God will move folks out your way? You hear me? Child, I had and it was some things that happened with people like I was really cool with, but all of a sudden things have no argument, like that, but it was something that would happen to me where I had to say, "Oh, you know what? I'm going to just go on." And then I was like, "I hear you. I see you. What you doing? I see you. What you doing? You want them to move out the way, and I wasn't gonna move them, so you went on move them for me." I hear you, and I do it all the time. I know I'm laughing, but I do. I look up sometimes, and be like, "See, I see you. I see what you're doing. I see you." But He will move people out of your way, and if you stop a moment when you see that this this problem is happening, or that peace is not there, and you say, "You know what? I'm just not doing this no more. I'm gonna go on and just let you make it. I love you, but I'm gonna love you from over here, and I'm gonna let you go over there." And then I think about it and I reflect on it and say, I know I didn't do anything.
Yes.
And that's when I say he
Yes.
was moving these people out my way because they were not on the path that I was trying, that I know, not that I was trying to go to, that he's trying to take me down.
Right.
They were not in my path. I
And
have a relative that I'm didn't mean to cut you off. I have a relative that has told everybody she hates me. Like literally hates me. Like I didn't know this. And she told everybody but me. And it's very, very hurtful. Because you don't know what. But I said, you know what though? That was probably somewhat, even though it's because people don't understand that part about boundaries too. Boundaries are not just for people that's not your blood or not your family. Boundaries are from family too.
Yes.
And if you take y'all, I'm tell y'all, go to counseling, lay on that couch, go to therapy, because they will tell you that it is okay to tell a family member, you know what, I love you, boo, but you just can't be a part of my life because you're not in my little peace category. You're not on the same street with me. So I'm gonna let you go on over there and continue to hate me and be mean and ugly because you know what? I don't have nothing to do with that. That's gonna be between you and you know who.
That's right. That's right. The other thing I was going to say was this is sometimes we have to understand it is true. God moves things, he moves people out of our way because they're not on the path. Our issue is we keep trying to pull them back in. Now they're supposed to be with me. We've been together since 12. He be sitting over there like that. No, just cause they did that. Look, when he has said, whatever you want to call them, red flags, firecrackers, I don't care what you want to call them.
Firecrackers.
Whatever them went off.
Flashes.
You
hey,
seen it.
Girl.
I mean, you've seen it. You done seen it,
yeah,
but you're like, no, that ain't really a fire.
Yes. And you see it.
You hear the fire trucks. No, it ain't burning.
Like the child that touched the hot stove and he got to keep on touching it. And you know that stove hot,
boy. And he's trying to, because he's like, all right, I don't know. That's when he's going to be like, you know what, it's your choice.
I'm going to like I told you before, Donnie, he going to say, you know what, I'm going to just sit here, up here, and I'm going to just sit here and watch till she figure out that she can't do it on her own. Like, he can't figure out he can't do it alone.
And I guess there are some people that like bumping their head. They like it. I mean, they like, I can't say nothing. I bumped my head many times too.
Me too.
But after a while, it was like, man, that thing so hood. I ain't going back. Then when you look at yourself like, I'm just crazy, ain't I?
Yeah. Especially when you hit it hard enough to where you be like, what was I thinking?
What was I
thinking? And then you have to sit back on the spiritual side and be like, now see that he done showed me all this, and I'm still sitting over here trying to do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the beautiful part is when you truly get that intimate relationship with him, and then you can get that revelation, and you see it all. You go like, now it's all falling together like, oh.
I should have did that in the first place. But you couldn't have did it in the first place because you had to go through that test. Those tests.
Go through it. Yes.
I remember asking my pastor one time, well, I know that we got to go through the test. I was probably in my early 30s. And I was like, well, I know we got to go through the test. But now how many times do I got to go through it? And I don't remember what he said. I remember asking, but I don't remember what he said. But yeah, it's hard to go through the hurt and the pain of different things that happen in your life. But once you go through it and you've passed through it,
yes,
you can sit back and look on it and know why you went through it. Now, it don't make me happy I had to go through it, but I know why. And at the time, it was like, why are you doing this? God, why are you letting this happen to me? My daughter asked me when she was a little girl, Mama, why do bad things happen to good people? And I'm to tell you, I don't remember what I told that baby. I don't know because I didn't know what the answer was. But that's been my child 30 now, so I don't know what I said. But I hope it made sense.
All right, but it's the thing is that He reigns on the just as well as the unjust. And we're all promised in this life we're gonna go through some things.
We
The
are.
problem is with so many of us, and I think I did this illustration once, is
Mm-hmm.
so many of us are holding on to stuff. We holding on to a boulder, trying to pull that boulder, and until it done cut and that rope done cut into our hand, and we just sitting there, but we steady trying to pull it. We steady, and it's like, I'm not trying to go with you. And we steady trying.
Steady trying to
And
make
until
it
that point we let go. But see the thing about that, after you've held on and it's cut in,
happen.
it's gonna be a scar left.
Yeah,
It's going and understand when we go through some things and we do some things, it don't heal overnight.
it doesn't.
I don't know how people think that whatever it was, it should be healed now. It didn't happen overnight. So why you think it's gonna heal overnight?
Overnight. A scar don't heal overnight.
You know, years later, you can still look and go like,
Mm-hmm.
it's a scar
Or
right
that
here.
person can walk by you in your life and you be like, ouch. God damn it, Lord. Woo! God just cracked that whip when he don't you go over there no more.
Don't you do it?
Don't even turn that way.
But it's not the fact that doesn't happen, but the if you stay with the process, no different. If you keep on medicating, if you keep
Yeah.
on praying on it, if you
Mhm.
keep on, pretty soon it's gonna scab over. But you can't pick it.
Can't pick it.
Can't pick it. You can't pick it.
Because
See
it's gonna
that
be a scar then.
some people think that when it started scab over, it's healed. That thing ain't healed yet.
No, it's not.
that
You gotta
that
keep on
hurt
putting that neosporin on there and that cocoa butter.
Yeah. But that's that process of life.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't want to go through it. They want
Mhm.
to they want to try to jump from 1 to 5.
Definitely.
Go through it. You got to go
And that's
through
just in life in general. That even there are musicians that are young that are out here trying to do things, which I want everybody that wants to do what they want to do it. But some of them don't want to pay what we call paying dues.
it.
You know,
Yes.
not going through the hustle, of having to play for free, having to play for $1. Those people that's making big money, they didn't play with their daddy, or they've, sat in front of bands. You can't come out here saying you want to charge $6,000 and you just got out here yesterday.
Right.
And I'm just saying that to say, when you made that comment about not wanting to go through that, everybody wants to start at the top or start at the middle. Even me. With So You Want to Dance. I don't know if you know what So You Want to Dance is, so I tell everybody. So You Want to Dance is my promotional company. So I've had it for many, many, many years. It was dedicated to swing out two-step dancing in
Okay.
several places, Houston, Dallas, wherever they do swing out dancing or Houston two-step dancing, I promote it. I used to have a website. I still have the website. To where I tell everybody where to go, where they want to go dancing, all that stuff. I backed off from a little bit. I'm trying to get back into it, but I'm saying that to say there were people that saw what I was doing, but all they saw was the spotlight. They saw the popularity, which, by the way, y'all, they didn't make So You Want This and make me popular. I was popular all my life, so just FYI. Uh, that part. This is just who this is all real. This is who I am. But anyway, some people decided that they wanted to borrow my personality and start doing and it's okay because that's flattery that people want to do what you want to do. However, you still have to go through and start at the beginning. I had to research about the website. I had to go to
Did you
ask
freeze?
people. You froze or we froze? I froze. Ooh, escape. Mm-hmm. We There you
There we
go.
go. We're
There we
back.
go. We back. We just had to shake it off.
You done made them folks mad. You done made them mad. They done came here and tried to cut the wires.
Yeah. But I had to do my due diligence by researching, going to different people. It's a guy, his name is DeLeon. I called him. Hey, he's a promoter. Hey, could I come shadow you? Could I ask you questions? I did things before I just jumped right in with this website that, what I'm saying? And that's all I'm saying. You see all the fun stuff, but there's work behind the fun stuff. There's work. Even with the chat with Trina, I got to make up questions. I got to ask people to be on the show, and some of them that you really want, they say no. People don't show up. Like the author I had last week just told me that she didn't say nothing about being on a chat show when I have the receipts that she said she was going to be on the show. But you know what? It's all good, honey. But it's just those things that you go through, But coming up with them questions, that's why I like this format. I was scared because I know what I want to talk about, but come up with questions every weekend. People say you can use the same question.
I was just kind of being, I don't ask no questions. I'll be like, Lord, I don't. But
I was going to text you yesterday. I said, can you ask me one so I can get started? But then I thought, you know what? And I thought about it all day today. What can I talk about? What would be important? And I didn't want to make the show boring, but I thought it was important to share my story about that particular thing. And then, also let people know again, y'all, social media is not the devil. It is not.
Right.
It's those people who use it for devilish things.
Yes.
So, and I get it. People say, well, I got to take a fast on social media. I think you should take a fast from a whole bunch of other stuff you're doing. You at the club drinking all weekend. Why don't you take a fast from that? I mean, take a fast from cursing, fornicating. I mean, I don't know. It just throws me off when people say, "Oh, I'm fasting from Facebook." I'm like, what? I cannot fast because I post. What do you call it? Motivational quotes every morning. Right. I try to post something that's motivational. You send me stuff every Wednesday. We get our little thing to say, "Hey, it's a good day." Now I got days where I post something about it because I'm probably mad about something, but.
Oh Lord, and you're right. You can find whatever it is your mind is looking for. And when people, if it's negative, then if that's what you're looking for, you're gonna find it.
You're gonna find it.
And it's again, that's how you want to gear your mind, whatever you want to gear your mind towards. I know that you do some wonderful things. And that's one of the reasons I'm so honored to have you here for all the things. Again, the walk that you have walked. It hadn't been the talk, it's been the walk. I can't say I have sat down. I can tell y'all right now, I can't say that I done sat down with this woman and we done had a whole conversation. Can't tell you that. I'd be lying. I mean, I could tell you.
We just had one.
Well, yeah,
You mean prior to this?
Prior to this, before this. But it has been the walk, and that's what this world needs. For me, for this old country boy, I am sick and tired of people just talking it. I want people to demonstrate, and I want their walk and their talk to line up together. This platform is for people to come and share openly, and why nobody's approval is needed. And I don't ask any questions, and the reason I don't is because I don't know your life. And I'm not going to sit up here and try to tell your story. Right. Or anybody that comes on this platform. I'm not trying to tell your story.
Right.
And I'm not going to have it where a person feels like, "Oh, well, I'm in a box." No, ain't no box. Well,
Right.
I might be in a box, but now, then I'll jump up out of it. But it's that I want people to feel comfortable here. I want people to feel like they can, whatever you want to talk about. It's a safe place.
Yeah.
It's a safe place. This world has become so quiet. I'm on my soapbox now.
No.
We have become so quiet and shut down to that old thing. What goes on over here, you don't talk about it, and all that stuff that we have ingested and we've been holding on to it. And right now, I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with the world. We got indigestion and we compacted because we got a bunch of crap inside of us that we don't know how to let out.
We don't know how to let out.
And again, that goes to what we just talked about again, mental health. It's because you got a whole bunch of stuff that you have allowed in and you don't feel like there's an outlet. And everybody tells you, I'm a big supporter of my upcoming Father's Dad's Day. That thing where you get people together that can have a conversation. I ain't talking about that gum down at the old barbershop where you go down there or at the old hair salon, you go get your hair did and you have a conversation with them now. And before you get back to the house, everything you said, everything, it done meet you to the house. I'm talking about an environment where we can be like, you know what? That's my sister. That's my brother.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not here to tear you down. I'm here to help lift you up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Miss Trina, I can't make it without you.
We need people.
And when we understand that this thing here where everybody wants to fight, look at him. What's for you, got your name on
It's
it. And
already written.
that part.
That part. Check,
And when
check.
we start to understand that it ain't about fighting this person to get what you can't move me out of my position. He gave it to me. Now, if you want to try to move me out of what he gave me, you go have a talk with him.
There go, yeah. Child, I'm gonna step right on up out your way. Cause why you doing that with him? Cause I ain't gonna get in that.
And that's just how I see it. That's why for me,
I like that.
That's the realness of it. It's like I ain't mad at nobody. Whatever you got, that's yours. Because I don't know how much crushing your olive had to go through to get that oil out of you.
Right. You have no idea.
So,
And then you don't even know, you don't have an idea. I'm sorry. But I think about when people come somewhere and people treat, because I post a lot about being kind to people.
yes.
Because you don't know what that person dealt with before they got to where you at. You don't know what they've dealt with that day, that morning, that night. You don't know. You could really push someone over the edge with some of the silliness that we deal with. You know, there are some wonderful, because I don't want to be totally negative, but there are some wonderful people in this world. But sometimes the dark people or the haters or the jealous people make those people become bad people, if you will. I hate to use the word bad, but you know what I mean? They make us sad. They make us be in a dark place sometimes. You know, I get in a dark place sometimes because it's like, does anybody really like me? Like, nobody likes me. That's just what you're thinking at that moment, because that's how it feels. And people don't understand what that can do to someone who has a beautiful soul or a beautiful personality. So I say, just be kind to people, you know. And if you don't like somebody, that's cool. We don't have to like each other. We don't. But leaving people alone, go on about your business. Leave those people alone. Seeing people out in the world, I'm always, how you doing? Or I ran at the grocery store today, and she thought she ran over me with the basket. She did, but I lied and told her she didn't. No, it's fine. And me and that woman was best friends by the time we walked out the store. I'm telling her about my life, so because I don't think it's a reason for us to always be mad and fussing and fighting. If you just make somebody's day by just saying, "Oh my God, that's such a cute outfit you got on," or you know what, hey, how you doing? Just smiling at somebody, that can make somebody's whole entire freaking day.
Yes.
Just by somebody being nice.
It's so true. You are so correct. Now I'm gonna tell you, old country boy, a little bit different on things. Now I personally am hoping that I have lots of haters. I do. I'm a little bit different. They be like, boy, you kind of. I'm hoping. See, because I'm gonna go biblically, and I've done this before. Because the Lord says, "I shall prepare a table for you in the presence." So I'm hoping y'all come on hate, because I need that table, baby. I need that table. And he also says, "I shall make your enemies your
footstool."
I need somewhere the rest these old foots. I do. So for me, haters, I call them appreciators. I appreciate my haters. See, because what people forget is that it's your haters better than your friends that keep you relevant. Because they're going to go out and tell people to dislike you. Folks, you don't even know they spreading you around like that. They spreading you around like fire. It's the haters. Them the biggest supporters right there.
That is true. That's your marketing team. That part. But you know what? And I'm gonna say this, full transparency. Now, again, that's why I know that my journey, my walk, my faith is, I still got some ways to go. But I was driving yesterday, thinking to myself, if someone came and asked me for one wish, one thing, the one thing I would really want, it wouldn't be to be rich, it wouldn't be success, it would just be to not care. I wish I had that piece of me that could turn my heart off to where if people don't like me or they talk about me or they're mean to me, that I just didn't care.
Right.
And that's and I really, even if it was just for a day, just to have that to where people could say things about me or be mean to me, and I just couldn't, and I didn't care. But I can't help it.
Right.
Even if I don't know, somebody say something to me, I don't know how to play the dozens. Like I don't. People say something to me, it take me 3 days. I'd be like, oh, I should have said that. I can't say. I have a friend I used to date. He used to always say, "This is what you say. This is when you say this, that, and the other, child." But I can't do it. But my point is, I wish. And then when I do, when someone says something to me to hurt me, and I comfort them, then I walk away and I'm like, "Oh my God, I probably hurt their feelings, which I shouldn't care that I hurt that." You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
If I could just have that little piece of not caring, it would be all I
Yeah.
want.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you, old country boy here, I handle it a little bit differently.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I am sarcastically ugly. And I ain't something I'm proud of.
Oh yeah.
But just being transparent because
Mm-hmm.
I can talk to you in a manner where when you leave there, you be like,
My daughter, I have a daughter, like both my daughters. Did he tell me off?
hey,
Yeah.
and you sitting there thinking like,
I'm confused. What just happened here? Right? Yes. It's so funny. My oldest daughter is sick with her mouth or whatever. Long story short, my youngest daughter, who doesn't talk very much, I was talking to her on the phone and she said something about us not doing something for her sister or whatever. But when I off the phone, I was like, did she just lecture me? Or something? I was like, I believe she just lectured me about something.
and I was taking it, and I don't.
And I just kind of said that. Well, the funny part is she was right, but
Yes. And that's that. But we all have to have our ways, and you have that heart to where those things do, and that's good. I would say don't lose that. Don't ever lose that. Don't let this world water that down. Don't you keep on spraying them flowers. You keep on sending them smiles out. You keep on being who God has called you to be.
Exactly.
And guess what? What's that thing I say? Look at here. I always say some things. I always thank you, Lord. He always gives me some things.
Yeah, you always say some things.
In this life, we have to understand what a light bulb does. It does two things.
Mm.
It illuminates a room, but it also attracts bugs.
Wow. I like that. That was a good one.
Look here. Just because it's attracting the bugs, it can't stop illuminating the room.
Right? See that? Them wasn't no worse. Them wasn't worthless 2 cents. Them was worthless.
Continue.
That was a gem. I like that one. Love that.
Keep on lighting. Keep on lighting.
I appreciate
that.
And
them bugs, eventually them bugs gonna kill themselves.
They're gonna kill themselves. Fall right on that floor. And I'm gonna just sweep them on out the way. Give them a dust.
There you go.
But before we get off on a positive note, I do want to say that I am happy. I'm very excited about my new position. It was a long time coming, and I give thanks to God and people who prayed for me when I was going through the thing with the job, because it was a long process. But I had some people in my corner that knew what I wanted to do. But I love chat with Trina. I love doing it. I not gonna stop doing it till I don't feel like doing it anymore. And there are some days I get up, I don't know if you have it, but some days I don't feel like doing it. But once I get on, it be like, yes, I'm glad I'm here. I'm good. And so yes, and I've gotten some, subscribers. I thank all of you. If any of you are watching, y'all check out youtube.com/chat with Trina. Make sure y'all subscribe. And what's funny, I'm gonna tell you something else I learned on YouTube is that As long as somebody, I better not tell them that secret. But anyway, long as they watch 5 seconds, you get that hit. So you know your haters go look because they want to. They ain't gonna come on the live. They don't want you to see them.
Right.
They gonna go in there because they want to peek and see what you're doing without you knowing.
Right.
Thank y'all for that because it does give me my hits. I appreciate it. So I like what you said in regards to. I love that illumination thing. But yeah, so I'm happy. I love chat with Trina. I love So You Want to Dance, and I just want to tell everybody that does support me. Thank you, but also support Mr. Donnie with my worthless 2 cents. And pray for him because he sat through me talking this whole time.
That's what. Look, now you said through Louisiana Country Boy with his big old mouth, boy. They be trying to tell me shit about time. Boy, can you be quiet? I don't know how.
We gonna have to do us a panel in person. They'll be here all day, but we gonna do a panel one day in person. I think that would be fun to do something like that one day. A collaboration.
Collaboration.
Ooh, there you go.
Look, the old country boy gonna keep that big word collabo. Right?
Collaboration. That's what it's all about. And y'all, out there too, keep that in mind too. That sometimes working together can make things bigger. If it's something that you want to do, but maybe you don't have all the resources that you need. Now, wait a minute. After you pray and ask, is that the direction you need to go? Yes. Then it says go move forward. Try to collaborate with people. It's you don't have to be the only. There's a book called The Book of O. You don't have to be the only O. You know what I'm talking about if you ever go read the Book of O. But anyway, because there's some people in the world, they want to be the only O, the only star. But you don't have to do this by yourself. You can get someone, collaborate them, and you can make it an even bigger joint or whatever it is that you're trying to do. Collaboration is a wonderful word, is a wonderful thing. So always think about that. Everybody is not out to compete. Look at the worthless 2 cents. He called little old bitty me, Chat with Trina, to come on his commercial, and he advertised my show. I advertise him. And before we go, you gotta. Okay, you gotta hold on because remember that I told you I messed up that lady's name. I cannot be on here and not say her name. So hold up, real quick. I cannot do that to her because I love her and she will not be happy.
I cannot. I can't believe you done forgot to let. Oh Lord.
Okay, so it's Valerie Johnson Reed and Cecilia Smith, and they're authors. They wrote this book called Real Talk for Teens. Y'all got to get it. But anyway, these are the two ladies that they do a lot of awesome things of empowering women. And that's when they brought me this book called Discerning the Voice of God, How to Recognize When God Speaks. And it is it's an eye-opening book. I tell you that. And it has definitely helped and blessed me on my journey. And again, I ain't telling y'all I'm perfect, but I'm working to get to where I'm supposed to be.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Miss Trina, I greatly appreciate it. I'm not going to close you now because I'm going to give you the opportunity to promote more of your stuff. And whatever, actually, this last closing here, whatever you want to put out there right now, whatever's on your heart that you want to say, these last minutes are yours. I'm gonna sit on back over here. I done talked enough.
I've been talking so much. You're gonna say, "Oh, I ain't gonna never have her back. She talked too much. She talked more than me."
When you coming back?
You gotta invite me back. You gotta invite me back. You gotta come on. You gonna come on chat with Trina? I promise you, I won't ask you too many questions.
Oh Lord, you gonna ask questions? Oh Lord, that means I got. I
ain't gonna ask no questions like that.
Okay,
it's gonna be a chat. It's gonna be we're gonna do a topic. We're gonna have some topics. Like that, we'll do some topics. So y'all, I do want to say, make sure y'all go to youtube.com/chat with Trina. I have my show is every Wednesday at 7. Sometimes I have talk about it Tuesday, and sometimes people's schedules they don't match up. So I am flexible. I try not to be because it makes me too busy. But anyway, so got some good things coming up. I don't remember who I'm seeing this Wednesday, but speaking of mental health, I have a young lady who will be on the show on a Saturday. So keep your eyes open. She's going to talk about depression, the difference in understand that when someone says that they're dealing with depression and anxiety, they're not talking about, oh, I'm sad today. Oh, I feel so depressed. That's not the only depression there is. With all this suicide going on, she's going to come on and talk about the difference in, oh, I just don't feel good. I'm mad. I'm depressed. I'm down. I'm blue. versus clinical depression, what the difference is, what the signs are to look for. I see people on Facebook. I saw someone the other day say something like, some people are just looking for attention. You know what? Maybe they are, but let's not take that chance. How are you going to feel tomorrow when you said that and you didn't check on this person because you thought they were just trying to get, and then they've killed themselves? So let's, and I know that sounds really harsh, but it's real life. We've got to start checking in on our friends. Stop telling people I'll text you next week. Quit doing that. It's too much going on right now. Check in on your friends. People like me that's laughing all the time, check on me. Check on Donnie. He be laughing and going on, but check on Donnie. Check on Donnie. Donnie check on us every Wednesday. Every Wednesday. Make sure we still live and kicking. And I make sure I try to say something back. It may not be right then because I want him to make sure him to know I'm all right, so he don't send nobody after me. So so that's that. But the other thing, what was the other? Oh, I'm gonna announce here on for the first time on my Worthless 2 Cents is that I'm going into the business of clothing to a certain extent. I'm going to be doing t-shirts and dresses, different attire that's going to be talking about dance and live music. This is one of the ones I mentioned earlier. It says chat with Trina. So you want to dance, but the biggest ones is, y'all know I love live music. So we're going to be representing live music. I have one that's going to say nothing like a live music experience. So it'll be all about live music, dancing. I love quotes, so there'll be some cute, funny quotes. So keep your eyes open. That's what's coming up. I think I'm gonna even do some socks. I think I'm gonna do some socks. Right. I like men in some cute. I like men in nice socks. I may do some socks, but right now it's gonna be t-shirts, little cute summer dresses, maybe some hats. So keep your eyes open. And you heard it right here. That was an exclusive, y'all.
All right. All right.
Yeah, Trina, so you want to dance. But Donnie, last thing before I go, I do again want to thank you. Thank you for making me laugh. Thank you for when I pop on, and even if I don't watch the whole time, making me happy, make me laugh. And it's a serious topic that you talk about, but you always have some humor in it. And I appreciate that. Again, I thank you because a lot of people don't ask me to come on this show. I was like, look, I'm on the show. Somebody asked me to be on the show. Look at this. Chat with Trina gonna be on the show. But thank you, though. Thank you. You keep doing what you're doing. I think you do a great job. Keep your energy. I know I don't have to tell you that. You probably have to tell me, but keep your energy because you are just awesome. And I enjoyed being here. Thank you so much. I hope my story wasn't too boring. But Miss Trina have a serious side.
I thank you so much. I really do. I appreciate it. And I ate. You done brought a dish to the table. And old country boy, look here. It's so belly right here, boy. I'm telling you. Yeah, good and full. Yeehaw. Boy, I tell you. And I thank you. I really do. And to anybody and everybody who's listening, who's looking, who's peeping, y'all go support her. Chat with Trina. She comes on Wednesdays, 8:00. Then she's got that what's that one on Tuesday?
Oh, talk about it Tuesday.
Talk about it Tuesday.
If you have a small business, a hobby, or something like that, you just want to get the word out. That is really what Talk About It Tuesday. That's where you have a platform as a small business, new entrepreneur. Come on and talk about your business. That's what that's what we're there for. And it's youtube.com/chat with Trina. Go there, subscribe, and then make sure y'all hit that little bell so you can be notified when I upload a new video.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. And
right here.
Y'all heard it here. And she got them clothes coming out. So y'all go on, like them, buy them, and whatever you have to do. But I will say, and I say this about everybody that's been on here, if you don't do no more than just go like and share, it don't cost you nothing. Everybody always talking about, it don't cost you a dadgum dime, and I'm going to beat this horse till it don't move. It don't cost you a dime to go like and share, okay? Support.
Tell them again. Say that one more time. Tell them again.
Like and share. It don't cost nothing.
You ain't not gonna get no splinter for clicking like.
Again, you heard her. Everyone that has blessed this platform, every single person that has blessed this platform, if you've heard their voice, if you've seen it, you've been blessed. Because I know I have. And I try to share as much stuff for anybody that I try to do it, because that's what it's all about. We ain't gonna hurt one another. We're gonna help one another. Quit complaining and do something.
Do
Quit
so.
complaining. That government, stop it. All right, stop it. If you ain't gonna do nothing, shit.
Like the choir man say.
If you ain't gonna do, shut your trap. Shut your trap. But look here, again, it don't cost nothing to go like and share. It does not. We have to support one another.
We do.
Lift one another up, encourage one another. Okay, I'm done right now.
And one last thing, pay it forward. If you are successful, help someone else.
Yes.
Reach back and bring somebody with you. That's always important.
That's it. That's it. That's it. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say, if y'all have an opportunity, I forgot you didn't. If y'all go in again, follow Miss Trina, chat with Trina. She be on it. She be having. I'm telling you, boy, I have to put my stutters on. If she be having some of them stars on there, I'll be like, Lord.
Child, I'm working on some of them. I'm trying so hard. I even told somebody, one of them that said, well, I gotta have the questions first. And I hate that because it's not as authentic. But if he want the questions that he's gonna come on this show, I'm not gonna say his name. I'm gonna write him I'm gonna write out every question he need if I can get him to come on here.
I can't. Well, they better not have me. Never have me no question. I can't.
Don't worry about it.
You talk about food. You want to talk about food? I don't know. I ain't got no questions for you. That ain't what I do. I ain't got no.
Well, look, or you tell them, hey, well, you write your questions. I ask them if you want me to.
Right? Yeah. Look, you write them and you ask yourself and then answer. That's what you can do. You got it right there.
That'll be your talk. That'll be your talk.
It's your show. I mean, whatever. I'm just sitting here drinking my Route 44. But that's it's. I thank you so much. This platform, My Worthless 2 Cents, Louisiana Country Boy. We thank you so much for taking the time out to come to share, to give us some exclusives up on here. We got exclusive for show day. That's right. That's right.
What part of Louisiana are you in?
Well, I'm right here in Houston.
Oh,
I'm in the
from Louisiana.
I'm from Louisiana.
Gotcha.
I'm from the boot. That's right. I'm from the
okay. You have our accent though. You don't have no Louisiana accent. You have Texas accent.
Well, I've been here forever.
Oh, okay. See, that's why I gotta have you on chat with Trina so I can find out about all that. Because I need to know.
Forever.
But, so is that your t-shirt line back there?
That is it.
Okay.
That's it. That's them. That's them all over there. But I'm grateful. I am grateful to everyone that's watching. I thank all of y'all for tuning in. If y'all have an opportunity tomorrow night, I'm gonna promote tomorrow night real quick. If y'all have an opportunity tomorrow night,
not tomorrow, Wednesday. I don't have nobody Tuesday. Sorry.
You ain't got nobody Tuesday? Well, look, I'm gonna just
Wednesday,
tell you this.
7:00.
I'm gonna let the secret out for myself. My Worthless 2 Cents tomorrow night.
Oh
yeah. We are going to be under the watch of the United States government. Yeah. They called me and they say, look here, we've been watching you, son. So they are taking over. The United States government is taking over the show tomorrow.
Who you got tomorrow? You can't tell nobody?
You have to have security clearance.
like the son-in-law did in the last administration.
You have to have security clearance. But tomorrow night show, I have another wonderful guest. Y'all check it out. I think I already put a little poop out there who's coming tomorrow night. But yes, I have another special guest that has is going to grace the show. Again, for this old boy right here, I tell y'all, it is an honor and transparency. It is a complete honor for everyone who said yes and has come here and said it.
That is so true.
So honored. I am so honored. If y'all know from whence I came, I never would have thought I'd be sitting across from some of these wonderful people. I never thought in a million years I'd be sitting here across from Miss Trina with Chat with Trina. I never would have thought it, honestly.
Look at you!
I am so, so I'll tell you this. Don't tell me what God won't do. Don't tell me what he won't do. All I tell you is if you walk it, he ain't got to be perfect because this old boy right here ain't name near perfect. But if you walk it and you trust him, if you walk it and you trust him, woo, won't he do it?
Won't he do it? Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Speaking to a walking testimony.
Come on now. Now we can have church at me. I don't mind.
Child, if I'd have told you the whole story, we'd have been having some church. We wouldn't have had church. We'd have had a church.
Church. And if y'all sitting here, you're listening. Miss Trina didn't get where she was just by getting where she was. She had to go through. She had to persevere. Every day, what y'all have no. I'm gonna take this, and I don't even know, but I'm gonna say it. And if I'm wrong, you can correct me. When you look at,
you froze just now. Come on back. I don't know why you was finna say something good.
I told you, government trying to get it. Y'all coming tomorrow night. Y'all calm down. I told you, y'all already took over the show. You're taking it over tomorrow. You can't take it tonight. But I will say this, is that nobody has any idea how many tears your pillow has caused. Because they see you smiling here. You don't know.
Don't know. Have no idea.
Every tear was watered in that plant that you see. Look at it. Bam! There we go. So look here.
And I ain't through crying because it's gonna plant a whole bunch more.
Come on now.
Blessings are gonna be falling all out of my bucket.
Hey, there it is. The Rose Garden. It ain't at the White House. It's right here.
Well, now because Melania cut it down, so now.
Look, you're not finna mess with my government officials. You ain't finna get me in trouble.
The government already after you. Let me hush.
You sure they got me. Look, they ain't even got to be after me. They got me. Look, you done seen what they did on the show tonight. They like, we're going to shut him down.
We're going to shut them down. Every time he get ready to say something, drop a gem, we're going to shut him down. We're going to shut him right on down. But that's all right. The devil is a lie.
Yes, indeed.
Bald face one. But thank you, Donnie. I've had so much fun, and don't forget to invite me back. And I hope I get a yes when I ask you to come join me.
Most definitely. You have that. And the last thing I will say is this: is y'all don't forget about Wellness Wednesday. That's what Country Boy calls it. I call it Wellness Wednesday, and basically it's just reach out to somebody. You ain't got to be Wednesday. I just call it Wednesday. I just do it on Wednesday. But just reach out, touch somebody, say hi, say something. You know what? Everybody needs somebody. We all need somebody. If it ain't just check on folks. It's real out here.
Michelle Williams used to be of Destiny's Child. She has a show. She wrote a book. It was a very good book, but she has a podcast now that's called Checking In. And in her book, she talks about that. Check in on yourself, but also check in on others. And I'm just going to take your show. I'm sorry. I just got to say this. When it comes to mental health, y'all, and I said it already, please, I know y'all like to text people. But do you know what your voice does to people? I'm not saying don't text or don't inbox to say, hey, how you doing? But sometimes every blue moon, pick that little phone up. You still can hear people on the phone. Like there's still a dial tone. You still can hear people. Call someone. During the pandemic, people were so surprised to hear from me. People that I knew they didn't like me, but I thought about them. So I didn't let that get in the way. I called those people just to say, hey, I know the pandemic's going. How are you doing? I just wanted to say hi. They were so shocked, but you could hear the joy. I don't know if it was joy. I don't know. In their voice, just from hearing someone's voice. And that can truly, the every Wednesday when you send something, Donnie, you don't know what's going on with me, but sometimes I don't look at it early in the morning. But for some reason, whatever time of the day when I happen to look at it, it usually be right about that time that it's time for me to go lunch and I'm hungry and so I'm in a bad mood, I'm grouchy. But I'm just saying, it do make me think about what you're saying. But Donnie has a good point. Just reach out. If you can't do any other day, let's do Wednesday. Yes, Wellness Wednesday. reach out and just check in on somebody, but also check in on yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else.
Amen. Amen.
Those are my worthless 2 cents.
Hey, I like them worthless 2 cents. We had to rub them together and get a nickel.
Donnie, we'll be on here till tomorrow, child.
Look, I thank you once again.
I thank you once
again. To each and every one that had an opportunity to tune in, I thank y'all. I thank you. You didn't have to, but you did, and I appreciate it, because we ate good again tonight, and we're going to eat again tomorrow night. So y'all pop on back, because those boys going to be right here. And
right here.
Every
right here.
Out of here is I love each and every one of you unconditionally.
And it ain't nothing you can do about it.
Y'all have a good one night.
Good night, Donnie. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.